Hi, you're welcome this morning for a special Australian boxing media hub where we've got Wallace versus Auimatagi Jnr. And they've just started the first round now. Wallace versus Auimatagi Jnr. And they've just started the first round now. Wallace versus Auimatagi Jnr. And they've just started the first round now. Wallace versus. Sorry about that. That was just I didn't realize I had YouTube open in the background. So Auimatagi is taking the center of the ring, and Wallace is circling on around the ring apron. Wallace in the green, white, and orange trunks, and Auimatagi in the white with red waistband and red design as well. So it's a quiet enough affair in round one. I'm just going to have to pull the curtains. Yep, that's much better now. Sorry about this. I'm kind of doing it on the fly here this morning. So there's a bit of a clinch now, and referees just told him to listen to him, and he breaks them, and they go again. Now they're both in center of the ring, Mose and Wallace, just kind of tit for tat, so nothing over the odds here. Again, it's a very quiet enough opening round. Good job there by Wallace. Wallace is operating on the southpaw stance, which he can switch, and Auimatagi is orthodox. I'm going to call him Mose because I'm butchering his first name or his surname. I know that. Yeah. So again, still feeling each other out, but yeah. And Mose is just pinned Wallace against the ropes, and Wallace puts Auimatagi in a headlock then, and the referee breaks them. Oh, that's a nice one too by Wallace, and he's really putting on the power here in the last 20 seconds of the round, but Mose survived that anyway. Mose jabs Wallace back into the corner. Now Wallace is on the ropes, but doesn't look troubled. Oh, an excellent 1-2 from Wallace again. And that's the end of round one. And because of that wonderful punching by Wallace at the end of the round, I'm giving that to him. So that's my score for round one. So that's my score after the first round. We're going to go into the second now. If you're watching and want to drop me any comments, please feel free to do so. Always welcome and always appreciated. Hello to anyone watching from Australia and New Zealand. I know we've lots of fans there. That's why we're doing this today. And luckily I can do this today. But that was a good end to the first round from Wallace. So let's see, can he capitalize that in the second? Again, Mose taking the center of the ring, Wallace comfortable on the outside. Oh, some nice attacking there by Mose, but they're in a clinch now, and they're fighting on the inside, within the clinch. So, but the referee has broken them up, and Wallace throws out that jab again. Again, Wallace fighting from the southpaw stance, and gets Mose in a little bit of bother there. So. Again, Wallace preferring it seems to be on the outside, and Mose in the centre of the ring. Another excellent 1-2 from Wallace. Good left hand there, good strong left hand. Oh, a left hook there and another left hook. This is good from Wallace. Oh, and there's a barrage of shots, and Mose's down. So this is a count now in round 2 for Mose. Wallace, excellent scoring there. Yep, the referee deems it fit to continue. Oh, but Wallace goes straight back in with a straight left. So can Mose survive this? But Mose is swinging wildly now, and Wallace is back on the outside, but Wallace throws some nice uppercuts. Mose now is very busy throwing, and Wallace is a little ragged here. But the referees warn Mose about punching on the back of the head, which is nice to see because most referees seem to ignore that now. Again, Wallace on the outside, picking off with the 1-2. He's excellent 1-2s there. I'm very. I heard there he's in the top 10 of one of the ranking commissions. So it's good to see why, because he looks very clean and determined here, and not afraid to get into the corner, not afraid to bang, because they're both throwing a lot of punches here. But Wallace seems to be very confident in his own strength. Again, Mose is getting warned for shots in the back of the head. But Wallace very clean punching now. I like it. 1-2, good southpaw, Irish southpaw like myself. Again, throwing out that right hand jab there. Oh, and he rocks back the head of Mose. Oh, excellent. More shots there from Wallace. He's 10 seconds, but I don't think he'll finish it in the second, but that's a 10-8 round anyway. Mose works to the body now of Wallace, but Wallace doesn't seem anyway perturbed by that. And that's the end of round 2. Let me know how you're scoring this if you are scoring it yourself. So that's my score after round 2. I have, well, round 2 is a 10-8 round, so it's 2017. That's the way it is. If you have the scores any different, please let me know. Again, I just want to say this is Boxing Media Hub, sponsored by Falcon Contracting, Price Global Solutions, and boxbets.co.uk. This is the channels for interviews, predictions, watch-alongs, fantasy fights, and more. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and comment on the YouTube videos that you see. We have a great interview with Jai Auimatagi. We have 2 interviews, the first one, and then he did a recent one with Joel this week. Check it out if you're as big a fan of Jai as I am. Here we are now in round 3. Again, Wallace likes being on the outside. It seems perfectly happy to let Mose have the center of the ring. Mose pins Wallace back to the corner. Some good shots there, and a nice hook, and another nice hook from. Well, it wasn't really nice. It was a bit of a scuffed hook at the end from Mose. But again, Wallace unperturbed and all lines up a lovely straight left and right, and another straight left and right. And Mose didn't seem too pushed by that, I thought. But Mose is throwing hooks of his own, and they're landing far too far behind the back of his head, and the referee has again warned him about that. But well done, Mose, for sticking up to those punches. And I just see from his back there, he's a big fan of the cupping. I think it's very. Oh, another left straight down the pipe from Wallace. This is excellent. And another left straight down the pipe. And when I say left, I actually mean right. But it's because he's southpaw. I defaulted. It was the jab. But excellent. Oh, and a left hook from Wallace as well there. Mose now trying to do something, and Wallace back with a 1-2 to the head. Wallace teeing off on Mose now, but now they clinch. Again, if you're watching, let me know where you're watching it from and how you're scoring it. Wallace seems content now. He's up on his toes and he's boxing, jabbing and moving with ease. Uh, Mose still in the center of the ring and just trying to cover up from the jabs of Wallace that continue unabated. Seems to be a big Irish contingent in the crowd. Another excellent 1-2 from Wallace. I really like that. I like a boxer that can, just throw out those really strong jabs straight and excellent left there that rocked Mose, but instead of being damaged, he just put it in to come in, and he is throwing leather here in the third round. Mose. Oh, and Wallace picks him off again, but Mose again unperturbed, keeps coming, keeps fighting. This is a really good fight for anyone watching. Wallace was just warned or cautioned there by the referee for use of the elbow. Oh, and he's teeing off again, but it's the end of the round. Now, that was a better scoring round for Mose. However, I just think Wallace's just his just straight jabs and how he bounces the Mose's head backs just is scoring it for me as a judge. That's what I like to see. So I've given that round to Wallace as well. If you think different, please let me know. And again, just seeing the replay, excellent left that absolutely pushed Mose back, but he came flying back in. Again, let me know in the comments, where are you watching this from? How are you scoring it if you can see it? If not, it's a really exciting fight. Both fighters both come forward, neither kind of particularly bothered with any kind of defensive fighting. But yeah, no, it's good, and I'm enjoying this Wednesday morning fight here in Ireland. I know it's obviously late evening in Australia. And big shout out to Jaya Pataya who told us about this, and I'm really glad because I'm enjoying this fight, and I am going to keep an eye out for Wallace in the future, him being of Irish heritage. I actually think he is Irish. He moved to he's from Newry, County Down. He moved to Australia. That's now his home, but he was born in Newry. So again, Wallace teeing off on Mose. Mose throwing a jab there, but Wallace getting out of the way. A body shot, and Wallace just moved out of the way in time. Again, let me know in the comments where you're watching this from. Another good right hand pushes Mose back. Again, Mose center of the ring, Wallace circling on the outside, but seems very happy to do that. Wallace leads with the low right hand, but Mose hasn't been in to attack that. There's a bit of clinching now, and the referee separates them again, and he just cautions Wallace about that. Oh, and Wallace peppers Mose with the jab. Mose just being a little busier this round, throws a hook that scuffs the top of a nice uppercut that doesn't quite land. Wallace now puts Mose in a headlock, and the referee has clearly just decides, right, he's going to caution him about that. It's not a scrappy fight. The referee is in immediately if there's any kind of untoward action, as it were. But yeah, no, it's good. Oh, another nice jab from Wallace. Just keeps Mose back. A nice peppering out the jab, and then follows it up with a good straight left from Wallace. Mose now with excellent 1-2 in the body, and hooks to the head. So that was a good combination there from Mose. Now Wallace they're both in the center of the ring now. Mose jumps wildly at Wallace there, but Wallace just steps out of the way. Wallace is back on the ropes now, but perfectly content to do that. And he's doing some upper. Oh, And that's the end of that round. So yeah, I'm just going to but again, like Wallace is doing all the better punches for me. So I just noticed as well I hadn't updated the score for Mose properly. So it's 40-35 after four. So that's four rounds and all 4 rounds to Wallace and the knockdown in the second. Let me know if you're watching it and can comment. Let me know where you're watching it from and how you're seeing it. If you're not, if you're just if you're watching it through me, it's appreciated. Thank you very much. Wallace is up and ready to go for round 5. This is an 8-round fight, by the way. Just wondering, will Wallace try and finish it maybe in one of these rounds, or is he content? Again, throwing out the lead jab, right jab, and following it with the straight left. Mose is a very tough individual. I'm sure many other opponents would have retired at this point, but he is not one bit frightened and likes taking the center of the ring. But Wallace tees off again to the head of Mose. Again, a few jabs there thrown out by Wallace. Not landing, but keeping Mose at bay. A hook there by Mose, but it didn't appear to land. Again, a jab by Wallace. Another jab by Wallace. Wallace now back in the corner, but he likes fighting out of the corner and again comes at him with a barrage of punches. No, not particularly clean action there, but there was a barrage of punches from both fighters, and Mose was throwing back a bit too. Punch to the body there from Mose. Wallace now up on his toes, dancing around the ring, circling the ring, back in the corner where he likes to be. He likes to draw in his opponent, and then he catches his opponent with a hook and turns him around. Now he's teeing off on Mose, but they've decided, oh, there's action. Let's go to and show the commentator. Oh, another great 1-2 from Wallace. Another 1-2 from Wallace. I wonder, would he like to finish it here if he could? Again, a barrage of shots now from Wallace. And there's a clinch. And they're both happy to throw in the clinch. 35 seconds left. A nice 1-2 from Wallace with an uppercut, and they're holding again. They're not holding, sorry, they're clinching. Again, Wallace draws. Wallace seems to like to draw him into the corner by going into the corner himself and draws in his opponent and then kind of turns him with a hook. Again, they're clinching and fighting here. Referee has broken them again. And that's the end of that round. And another good round for Wallace there. If you think, hey man, you're scoring this far too much for Wallace, let me know if you have it different. So I've given all 5 rounds to Wallace. If you're watching it, what way have you got this fight? If you want, you can drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching it from. They're showing Mose now in the corner and Referee's just ready, and we're off to round 6 of 8. Again, usual with Wallace circling the outside and Mose in the centre of the ring for Mossy. Oh, again, Wallace peppering out the jab, his right hand jab. He's southpaw again, as I said earlier. Yeah, nice 1-2 from Wallace. Mose with a few overhead hooks, but they don't land. Wallace again with the 1-2 that scores well, and then his hook and out of the ropes maneuver as usual. A nice straight right there, a right jab really. I suppose it's not a straight right. It's not that much power in it. Now Wallace has got Mose in the corner, and he follows with a straight left and another straight left and another straight left, and that's it. And the referee is called time. So at 1 minute 48 seconds left in the 6th round, Wallace gets an RSC, or TKO as it's called in the pro game. So very good fight. I enjoyed that. So thank you to Jaya Pataya for giving us the heads up on that. So there's the result. Wallace TKO round 6. They're just taking the gloves off. Both men's chaps seem fairly happy there with that. Mose certainly didn't disgrace himself. Let me know what you thought of the fight in the comments, or if you're watching through YouTube, put it on the YouTube comments what you made of that fight. Thank you for watching along with me this morning. Again, this is Boxing Media Hub, and we're just going to give our we're just going to show.
Hi, I'm Beck Connolly. You're watching Boxing Media Hub. Don't forget to subscribe.
Just before I go, I had 2 messages, so I'm going to put them up. Pong Pong's TV. Who's the winner? Wallace won TKO round 6. Did Mose do good? Asks Mr. Achilles 121. I think he did reasonably well. He took a lot of Wallace's harder shots. He survived to the end, and the referee just said it was one-sided and he'd seen enough. So Mose gave a good account of himself, in my opinion. Anyway, so on that note, I am going to bid you all adieu.